Hello my fellow freedom builders and welcome back to the channel. Now I know it has been a long time since I made my last video and I do apologize for that. I will get that speeded up now in the upcoming future here. But the reason is that I have been developing a lot of new stuff. We are setting up an investment fund here in Denmark that we are launching in the new year. And also I have been in this project with these new algos, because the video today is with the title Now You Can Algo Too. And many of you have asked me if many of the automated models that I've been showing some stats on, if you could follow them, if you could somehow see a service where you could either copy them or trade them yourself. Now, one of the strategies I've been using on eToro, so some of you are copying me in there, but this new service have taken it a bit further because my good friend and business partner Liam in UK, he has this fantastic system where he can put many of these algos in and he can optimize them. So what he has done is he have taken my thoughts, my algos, put them into his big brain of a computer and made them even better, and he have made it into a subscription service that I'm going to show you how it works today. So let's get straight into it here. Now it is under the brand Invest Like a Guru, and some of you know that I have partnered up with him under that, so I'm involved here as well. What this is basically, and I know it can sound maybe a bit simple, but there are 4 strategies in here that I'm going to show you today. There is an Etf strategy that some of you might know. You already get that one once per month if you're signed up to our newsletter. And then there are 3 momentum strategies. And those of you that have been with me for a while, you know that I am a trend follower / momentum trader, meaning that I buy the stocks that have already gone up a lot. That is what these models are built upon. Now, those people, those investors that want to trade actively and be more on the market all the time, there's a weekly momentum strategy where the algorithm once per week tells you exactly what you should buy and what you should sell. I'll show you how in a second. Then there's a monthly strategy, meaning you're only turning your stocks around, you're only reallocating once per month. And then there's a quarterly momentum strategy where you are buying once per quarter and not touching the stock for 3 months. And that is actually, in my opinion, the most interesting. This quarterly momentum strategy is also the core concept that we build our fund upon. Now, our strategies are somewhat more complex, but the core principles are the same. So let me show you a bit around here. First of all, you can see the returns. This is the return for this year. You can see the CAGR, the compound annual growth rate. This is just for 2021. And as some of you know, it has been quite a good momentum year. And you can also see that the weekly, monthly and quarterly momentums have had 30 to 40% in return this year. That's quite amazing. The reason why the CAGR is a bit higher here is that they are, you could say, extrapolating, saying if the same results were also made for the last month, December here, then that would give an overall yearly return this year of 46%. The reason why this one is a bit off is that Etf Strategy only started in March. The other ones have been running the entire year. You can see some volatility, some max drawdowns, Sharpe ratios, and so on. But let's have a look under the hood here. Let's have a look at the weekly momentum strategy. Now, what we can see in here, first of all, is a graph for 2021. And as you can see, it has been bouncing a bit back and forth here, but year-to-date return is 42.8%. And I know this sounds a bit amazing or maybe hard to believe, but this is actually live. We have been running it live. We've also been putting some of our own money after it. You can see a Sharpe just this year of 1.5, Sortino ratio, just those of you that uses that. Now, this is just for 2021, as I said. I think it's a bit more interesting to see the results back from 2012. And here you can see there is a CAGR of 17%, meaning that had you started this strategy back in 2012, you would have made 17% per year. which actually turns out quite well. The sharp is a bit low, and one thing you should remember here is, first of all, this takes a bit of maintenance. You have to reallocate once per week. You get an email every weekend saying this is the adjustments you need to make for the next week. But also, and that's an important thing here, the transaction cost, the trading costs are not included here. So you might not get 17% per year back from 2012. I would doubt that, because there are some slippage, there are some costs. But overall, this is a good and solid strategy. And if we are going down here, we can see it month by month, how it has been performing. And you can see how it has overperformed or underperformed compared to the overall market from year to year. You can also see that on a quarterly basis here, which is quite amazing. You can see 2020 here, even though it had a rough first quarter, many markets and many strategies had that with the COVID and everything, but then it turned out to be great in Q2, Q3 and Q4. You can see that as well on the monthly performance, had a very good winning streak here. All right, so these are some more of the stats you can see, and you can see that for every single model here. If we go back to the monthly, to the quarterly models and so on, you can see the exact same thing. How has it performed this year? And you can click up here in the text to see what is the results, and that is of course simulated results back from 2012, and 21% per year on the weekly, on the monthly strategies. Even though you should deduct a bit here, the trading cost and the slippage is not at all the same, since you're only trading once per month here. So these models are not working with a stop loss or targets or anything. You simply buy some certain stocks that the algorithm dictates, you keep them for a month, and you rotate into some new ones when the new month turns. Now, the email you get every week or every month or every quarter leads into a link. I can just show you here at the blog post. These are the newest one, the weekly momentum, and you are linked into a website here. This one is a one from last Friday, an update that came out in the weekend. And you can see that over the last week, that is not this week, but last week again, you can see that the algorithm had dictated a weight of 10% of your money in Devon Energy, something in Dollar Tree, Xilinx, Advanced Micro Devices, AMD, and so on. And you can see how it has performed, how it has impacted the overall strategy performance here. If you look down here, you can see again the strategies. You can see that here in 2021, you can see that just in November, this strategy has made 5%, October 6%, and in September, which was a tough month for many people, and people thought that the entire market were about to crash, it only had a drawdown of minus 2.75%. So that's actually very decent, and 38% this year. I think that's very, very good. Now, what you get every single week or month or quarter, depending on what strategy you choose to follow, is you get this one with the new adjustments, because many of the stocks will be the same from week to week. And you can see that there might be some adjustments where if the price have moved up or down, or some new stocks have come in, and there will be either an adjust here or a sell or a buy, and you can see exactly what you should do. Now, let's say, for instance, I had $100,000 in my account. This would calculate exactly how many shares should you own, how many should you buy, how many should you sell, and so on and so forth. So the strategy pretty much tell you everything. It tells you how much weight each stock has, how the different sectors, you can see right now 50% in technology, and as I said, everything is controlled by the algorithm. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to test this live. So talk is cheap, and I can also always put some numbers into a spreadsheet and show you some impressive stats. So what I'm going to show you here is probably a couple of times per month, I'm gonna make a video where I make an update, show you how the strategies have performed, and sometimes they are in the negative, and that is natural. No strategy works all the time and in all markets, and as you could see in the performance charts, these strategies also underperform the market sometimes, so that would be a bit unnatural if they didn't. So it is up to 10 stocks each week. You'll just get an email saying these are the stocks you should trade. Personally, I'm not using the weekly strategies. I think that's simply too much work. And when I look at the performance over time, I can see that the monthly and the quarterly strategies are actually performing a lot better, because when you get a momentum signal, you're giving the stock a bit of time to breathe. So you might buy it on momentum, but the next week some new variant of COVID comes out or whatever, and the performance drops. But when you're using the monthly or the quarterly strategies, you are giving it all a bit of time to breathe. So I'm going to test this for the next, pretty much once or twice per month. I'll make an update video so you can follow it. I'll put a link to the to a site below here where you can, let me see, that was not it, but I'll put a link to it below the video where you can sign up. There's a 30 days free trial of this, so you can see both the ETF and the weekly, monthly, quarterly strategies, and you get all of the videos about it as well. So if you want to check it out, it's completely free. You can just check it out with the link below, and that's all for today. I'm looking very much forward to testing Liam's setup here. I think it looks extremely good, and let's see if automated strategies can actually perform better than normal active trading. I'm also going to start testing a new Danish product that one of my good friends Jesper have developed, and that is a bit more onto the active trading and active investing, and I'm gonna make a video about that tomorrow so you can see that product as well. I think they are minor on two different types of traders, and let's see which one performs the best. That's all for today. Take care of yourself and your money out there, and I'll talk to you again shortly. Bye for now.